G'day Bogan and beauties. Well, here she is. Did we make it in time? Did she run a 12? And did we come under budget? This is the episode you've all been waiting for.
Is it official?
Let's do a recap and have a look at where all this started. So, I suppose you're wondering what I'm doing with this natural beauty of the world. So somehow, I got roped into 12s for 2K. Scotty's Garage, 12-second pass for 2K budget. So this little beauty here, we paid $1,500 for. We got $2,000 to try and get this thing to do a 12-second pass. So this challenge has been out for about 2 months. We didn't see it. We went to Drag Challenge. We went to Spring Nats. However, that's put us about 2 months behind the 8 ball. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to call on the two blokes that dobbed me in for this challenge. Brent Next Daily and Darren in Bad Temper. You boys can come and help me strip this out to get this prepped to do a 12-second pass. Righto. So there's a bit of a recap of where it all started. Look, you should have watched all the videos anyway to see the full build. So let's get into this and let's see what happened in the final days leading up to us heading to race day. Darren just banging in the front struts for us and we're good to go. Righto guys, I need your help. I'm willing to pay. I don't expect any information for free, but if you can help me sort this out, I'll be over the moon. I'm doing Scotty's YouTube challenge, 12s for 2K. Now, obviously, VSU, L67, Mace intercooler kit on it, but I've got a massive problem. It's over-fueling beyond what's possible. There is raw fuel coming out of the pipe on this car and I cannot stop it. I've gone back to a factory pump, fuel pump. The reg is working. I've gone over everything else. I just am lost now. Not really what you want to be seeing a week out from the challenge. We have overfueling issues and this is what it's resulted in. We have 1 week to go, guys. The Utes not running. We have had a fuel fire. In fact, we've had 2 of them. We have had all sorts of issues with this Ute. We have electrical issues. We have wiring issues. We have computer issues. All right, so around this stage, I have to give a massive thank you. Andrew from Boost and Tune gave me a phone call and he confirmed what I thought we were up against. He confirmed that there is definitely an issue in the wiring loom with the wiring to the injectors. Now, my God, wait till you see what we found in the wiring loom at this point in time. You can see that the wiring's been cut, it's been joined, dodgy as. Obviously, that was grounding or earthing, so we had a short. Another massive thanks to Dimmy from DLC Towing. He spent 3 days here with me trying to work out the wiring issue with this car. Obviously, in the end, we stripped the loom out, as you can see here, exposed all the joints, exposed all the dodgy wiring. We sat there for a whole day, repaired the loom, tidied the loom back up again, and got it back in the car. And then, well, check this out. So, Darren from Bad Temper gives me a call. He goes, mate, I've got this bloke called Evan. He wants to come and look at your car. Now, Evan's already a bit of a superstar and starred in some of Scotty's videos already. So anyway, Evan turns up. I take one look at the guy and go, I've met you before. Now, I have met him before through a different car path. However, mate, Evan from EFAB is an absolute godsend. Like, if it wasn't for him, we would never, ever have rectified what was coming up next in this car. He came, he plugged his computer in, he told me we had ECU issues, we had an MEMCAL issue, we were having trouble connecting to the ECU, so he goes, we've got a connection issue. No, so exposing more wiring issues. He goes, you got a idle control valve issue. At this point, I just went, is there anything on this car that isn't an issue? But then I remembered, it's a Holden. They came factory with issues. Anyway, we got down to business. Okay, we're just having the injectors looked at now. On the AFR last night, we went very lean all of a sudden, so we're just double checking that all the injectors are okay, which they appear to be really good. Well, you'd never believe it. We're off to do something that I was dead against. We're off to the dyno. See if I could see the mark on the timing mark on the strap. That one's a concern to me.
Yeah, you want to check that's
off now. The bottle one's off. Yeah.
Check the pressure on the methanol. Make sure there's no leaks up the front.
Wow, you wouldn't bloody believe it. We've made it to Heathcote. What an uphill battle this week's been, guys. I can't even explain how much we have put into this car. Every night's been a late night, 11 o'clock, 3 a.m., 1 a.m. It's amazing, and it's a credit to everyone who's worked on this car. It's been a very big uphill battle. But we're here at Heathcote today. Let's see how it goes. A massive, massive thanks to Evan for tuning the car. We weren't going to put a tune in the car, however, and I thought that was against the rules in my eyes. However, we had a bad ECU and a bad memcal. Then we found a whole heap of wiring issues. So without Evan, I'm telling you right now, guys, this car would not be here. We'll take a walk around the car because there's quite a bit in it now, and we'll take a look. So first of all, we'll look under the bonnet. It looks absolutely amazing under here. I can't believe that you can get something to look like that. Still a massive thanks to Sean. Like, have a look at that intercooler piping. It looks absolutely amazing. It's very, very neat, very cool under there. You'll notice off to the left-hand side here, or sorry, the right side of the car, we've got a reg there. That's the methanol reg for the nitrous. So that's controlling the fuel side of our nitrous. There's our nitrous nozzle up here. The car is running all on its own accord, and then obviously we've got a secondary system fueling the car when the nitrous comes on. So if we walk around the side, you'll see in the back of it that there are two tanks in there as well. So your tank on the driver's side is a fuel tank, nitrous in the middle, and a methanol tank on the left side. Batteries tucked down the side, and everything that controls the nitrous is just down on the floor there, the pump. All the solenoids are mounted on the scuttle panel at the front under the windscreen. We do have a purge system in there as well, which we were given by Enoch, which is absolutely amazing. The nitrous system seems to work perfect. So I guess all there is to do now is work out when we're going to go out on the track. It is hot here today. It is absolutely warm as. So who knows what the first pass will be. The boys from Falcon Oath have just done a brilliant first pass. They did a 12.8 straight out of the gate. That is absolutely mind-blowing. I take my hat off to them. Seeing the car now, they have definitely built that car for $2,000 as well. So yeah, we'll go and have a look and see what this can do.
Right, well, we're here with the original Aussie carbo game.
How are you, Scotty?
Super awkward. Alright, there's one for the bloopers. Alright, so we're here with the original Aussie car bogan.
Hey, Scotty. Happy
Good to
Australia
see you. You too. And what do we got here?
We've got a VSU L67 supercharged. It is on the bottle. We're going to do a few runs first, see if we're comfortable with the car, then we'll put a 100 shot in it and see how we go with that.
How'd you go with budget?
Bugger, I left the bloody budget in the back. Very close, I may have gone over a little. Righto, so I'm sitting down having a quiet drink while we have a look at this dreaded budget. Do you guys think we made it? Let's have a look at it. Intercooler, $500. Nitrous system, $800. Fuel cell, $30. Mace spacer kit, $250. Cooler piping kit, $100. Spool, $55. Remember, we didn't use it. Gears, $60. Hose clamps, $22. Nitrous fogger nozzle was $200, but I didn't use the plate that came in the kit, which is valued at $264. So we'll just cancel all that out. Now, the big kick in the guts was having to buy a new Memcal, and I did not think we were going to have to do that. I thought the car was going to run on the original Memcal. So the new Memcal came to $275. Our budget is unfortunately blown. $2,037 in mods. Now, I said from the very start that I would give you an overall budget of building this car. So the overall budget is car, we pay $1,500 for. Mods, $2,037. Wiring, $600. Now you're gonna go, what? Well, unfortunately, guys, that even after I fixed the loom and bits and pieces, there were so many bare wires in this car. This car had gas that had just been hacked off. There were so many issues under that dash that I actually got my mate, who's an auto elect, to come in and fix it. Now, I could have done it. I was running out of time, but I'm also not a wiring guy. I hate wiring, even though I can do it. So I paid $600 to get him to fix up all the dodgy wiring that we found. Now, I gave Pacey's Garage $500 in consumables, oils, filters, hoses, hose clamps that we used on the radiator hoses. Just, you know, his bill was $500. So, but that's all in the budget. We're allowed to do that. We're allowed to service it. We did a transmission service, whatever else. Nitrous refill, $160. Now, I've also put down $500 in consumables. I had to buy a water temp gauge sensor. I had to buy, what else do I have to buy? Bolts, bits and pieces, just bits and pieces. I've allowed $500 in consumables. Now that's pretty excessive and I may not have used all that, but that's what I've done. Wheels and suspension. So we put front struts under this. If you go back to the earlier video, you'll see why. And we bought some front runners and slicks. Now altogether, that was $750. So the grand total of this build was $6,047. Now, what should we do with the car now this challenge is over? We are going to go back one more time, but then you guys tell me in the comments below, what do we do with this car that we have built? Where does it go from here? You let us know in the comments below, and we may even pick out a comment and then go, righto, that's what we'll do with the car. Unlike a lot of the others, I started with a car with no engine in there. So I was behind the 8 ball to start with, and I didn't know whether this car actually ran and drove until we finished it last week. And then it wouldn't run because of the wiring issue. The loom has been out of the car twice. Someone decided they wanted to butcher that, so we had to fix that. Then we found that the Memcal chip had been played with, so that was a butcher job as well. And I suppose I've got to throw a massive thanks out here to Evan at EFAB, because mate, if you hadn't come on board, this car would not be here today. He worked on this car till 3 o'clock in the morning the other day, trying to fix the wiring issues in this car. We started at 7. Oh, mate, if he didn't come to us, this car wouldn't be here, Scotty, because I'd given up. I'd actually given up. That's how many wiring issues there were in this car.
So you've got L67, you've got intercooler, you've got nitrous. Wow, you've got all the power outlets there.
Like, are we going to stay in there, or are we going to leave half it on the track?
Let's not leave it on the track.
I reckon this is the best name that I have seen all day. Literally, spray and pray. What number are you hoping to get out of her?
Oh, 20 minutes.
Mate, I'm running. If you're doing 20 minutes, I'm legging it for you.
Righto, legends, if you like what you're seeing, please don't forget to hit that like button, share it, and also subscribe. Cheers. Now listen here, mate. You've got to change gears. You're hitting the rev limiter all the way down that track. That is absolutely useless. What are you doing? Now this would have to be the best part of the day. Racing one of the boys that helped put this car together with me. Righto, that's it. Time for NOS.
If you're going to hit it, who wants to hold my spring?
What's the best you've done?
On the street, 14.2.
It's good.
It's all right.
Been doing your homework?
Yeah, I reckon I'll get 12s out of it.
Fast boy, huh?
They got it!
Righto, you lot, move over. Time to let a big car in.
Is it official? Is it official?
Yeah, 12-5.
12-5.
It's time for the main event, the big rematch. You ain't beat me this time, Daz. Sorry, mate, I'm using the bottle. Righto, show pony. Last run of the night. Can we make this another 12? Can we do consecutive 3 12-second passes? A massive thanks to Scotty's Garage for this challenge. I've absolutely loved doing this. A massive thanks to HPR for allowing these cars to run down the track. There's not many tracks in Australia that allow these things to run, so that's fantastic. A massive thanks to DLC Towing for making sure we could get the car there. And thank you to all those that have come to support me and put in to help building this car. Thank you.